Now, hot picks at QVC, very exciting. Might be that we're returning something you previously loved, or it might be something brand new, fresh and exciting. That's exactly what we've got this morning. Kate, first of all, can I say thank you for my delicious, gentle, smooth,
beautiful flavour
coffee this morning. What a nice start. Makes change from that dodgy cup of tea from the machine. Much, much nicer. Now, you're the brand ambassador for DeLonghi, and we're very thrilled that this is the first time you're joining us on QVC with a superb machine, which has got lots of features for me that make it a little bit more exciting than perhaps a regular coffee machine.
Absolutely. This machine gives you the perfect latte, cappuccino. It could be that you like a latte macchiato, espresso, Americano. Anyone that you see in the high street that you enjoy, we can reproduce on one of these machines, and at a fraction of the price.
Now that's key, because it's a regular, when I'm not here at QVC, there's a regular little gathering to catch up with friends. You know, the little, oh, let's meet in the certain department store. Let's have coffee. Shall we have another coffee? Before you know it, you've shelled out, there's your £20, no change, thank you very much. And that's just having coffee with girlfriends. So this, tell me kind of how it equates financially, because I quite like the thought of that.
Well, the ingredients I'm using today, it works out at 17 pence for a cappuccino or a latte, a milky drink, or 7 for an espresso or Americano.
See, that's vastly
You'd
different.
never find anything on the high street of good quality, or anywhere actually.
And there's such a coffee culture. I mean, if you go back a few years, we didn't see the coffee shops. We were, weren't we? Particularly in this country.
Absolutely.
So we've got for you the choices in colour. Should we just give you a taster of that and then start to go through all those fabulous features? Black would be my husband's choice. I know it's very sleek. It's a beautiful, simple footprint as well. Sexy red. A bit of passion in the kitchen. Scarlet. And then we have got the actually fabulous, different blue. I was struck by the size. I like the footprint. It's not so taking
compact. It really is. I think actually that the footprint of it's probably smaller than a full-slice toaster in the kitchen.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, really compact.
Shall we begin to make, because I haven't even downed this yet, but it's already a little bit cold, but I know there's some fantastic features. We've got quite a nice bit of time, Kate, to be able to talk about the machine, which is lovely, to really show you how it works. But let's start by making a coffee. I think that sounds pretty cool.
Well, I mentioned earlier espresso, and at the heart of every single coffee is espresso. And I think a lot of people are nervous of espresso. They say it's strong flavours or
bitter.
You know, bitter.
That would be my thought.
Oh, I don't like it. And actually, if you've ever enjoyed a latte or a cappuccino, you like espresso, because that's in every single drink that you've ever had, a coffee drink.
And actually, I guess, thinking about it, less milk, therefore less on the bottom, or the tummy, wherever. Yeah, so a little bit perhaps of a calorie counting version, the espresso.
I'm just tamping the coffee here, so I've put my espresso in. You can use any ground coffee at all, any ground espresso coffee. And the high street or supermarket, shall I say, is absolutely full of them now.
Why are you pressing that down there?
Just to get all the air out. They call it tamping, but really you're just squashing the coffee.
Fine.
And it's got an integrated tamp, so fantastic, you won't lose it. It doesn't go into the utensil abyss, I like to call it, at the end of it forever.
Along with the potato peeler and the bottle opener. And, yeah, I'm there.
Exactly. So we'll pop that in. There we go. You're literally just going to get your cup. It's got a cup.
Where's my water, by the way?
All in the back here. Yeah. Removable tank. It's actually got a plug on the bottom of it, so it doesn't drip.
Oh, and how many cups would I get out of that?
Depends on what drinks you're making. So it's 1.4 litres, but you're going to get 20 to 30. You're going to get a lot of espresso, because you're not using an awful lot of water for espresso. And if you're steaming milk, again, you're not using an awful lot for that. Okay, so you're going to get a lot out of it.
So compact and yet still holding, you know, big quantities.
Absolutely. So I'm going to put my glass underneath there, and it's a simple 3-button control. So you literally have an on button, and this is my coffee button, and we'll come on to this one in a moment. I'm just going to press that. There we go.
Oh, now there we've got a bit of noise. That sounds
lovely.
Proper,
it's like a coffee shop.
It's funny because going to friends' houses, certain friends of mine don't have the jar coffee. It's proper coffee, and you know, and so yes, you can make those single cafetiere things, but it's quite a faff, and you have to wait and all that sort of thing. This is a social kind of situation, I feel.
It's great fun. And can I just show you here? We've got all those beautiful colours and the swirling of all the natural oils in the coffee.
Look at that.
Absolutely gorgeous. And you're looking for the perfect espresso. You're looking for the crema. Can you see this creamy top on there?
Yeah.
And that's those natural oils, and they call it the crema, but that's the way of identifying a good espresso. You'll be testing me today. We'll be looking for those good cremas in all the coffees that I make today.
So is it down to the operator of the machine, however, Or could somebody that's never made a good coffee with a good crema on top make a good one?
Absolutely.
It's down to the machine, the quality.
It's down to the quality of the machine.
See, that's the brand again, though, isn't it? Because you're pretty impressive, actually,
Number
DeLonghi.
one, and we sell more coffee machines in the UK than any other brand. That's what that means, basically.
Now, that immediately makes you go, OK, now I'm really
We're serious
listening.
about coffee.
And the easy payment thing also makes it a little different than perhaps going and finding DeLonghi elsewhere. Here at QVC, we say to you, actually, put it through its paces, try it out. Have your friends over, have that really discerning coffee drinker in your family or friends network over and say, coffee, what would you like? Latte, cappuccino, espresso, a mocha, whatever that one was. Test it out up to 30 days, but you've only paid one of the payments if you want to use the easy payments. So I think that's a real treat from QVC, Kate. Do you get the glasses, by the way?
You don't on this one. No, you don't.
You're
on this
just
one.
pinching and borrowing them.
We're pinching, borrowing them. I also used glasses because I want everybody to see that gorgeous coffee
with the demonstrations
exactly.
this morning. Michal, come and join us, mister.
Well, I've been standing here dying to get in on the action.
I know,
so
you've been so patient,
I know, thank
standing,
you.
waiting. I haven't even finished my latte. Would you be an espresso drinker naturally, or are you, like me, a little fearful in case it's strong?
It depends. If it's first thing in the morning or I'm on holidays somewhere, I might have a little nip of that just to get me going for the day. But what I think about the little espresso thing is, you imagine if a lot of people do a commute in the morning to work, and a lot of them drive all the way to work to get to the coffee shop to buy the coffee.
Yes.
No need to wait for it. What I think about is great about this, you can have that quality of coffee first thing in your house. It takes moments to do, very easy to make. As we just saw you do, that didn't take you any time at all.
Nope.
You press one button or whatever it
Seconds.
was. Done, you've got it. Have your quality coffee first thing in the morning, and then get in your car or get in the tube or get in the bus, and then you're more able to face that commute, I think.
Or put it, if it's working out at 7 pence or 17 pence for a coffee of
Fraction.
your choice, you know, instead of giving somebody your lovely golden coins and saying, I'll have a latte in a takeaway cup, we can buy those takeaway cups. I got one, actually, for my birthday, a proper one.
One of those little heat ones that keep it warm.
Trundle it around, it's got a little safe lid and all that, yes,
Yeah,
for when I'm coming in the car. So this is absolutely ideal. Colour choice, black, red or blue?
I have to say black, I'm afraid.
Is that a boy thing?
No, the red's kind of, I
sweet.
do like the red in the kitchen is kind of, I just think there's something, because this is so compact and there's a beautiful footprint on the worktop. I have one of these at home and I have a black one. And it just sits so beautifully on, and then I think red just kind of gives you a little highlight of something in the kitchen. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it makes your eye gravitate.
Yeah.
Tell me, being a chocolatier, obviously quite skillful, how do you find, is it easy to use this machine if you've been able to trial it?
Oh, massively easy, really simple. What I like about it is compact and simple design. You've got these 3 buttons, very straightforward. You've got the one for steam, one for making the coffee,
So
and then the one for just setting it all up.
I'll tell you about that coffee button in a second. So, shall I tootle off?
Why don't you nip off and I'll...
Have a chat with Andrew and Gail and talk chickens.
Yeah.
And I'll leave you two to talk coffee.
Fantastic,
but can
thank
I
you.
have another latte,
Coming up.
cappuccino, we kind
You
of
might
one
as well just set up a
shortly.
coffee bar here for this one.
I'll
So we'll
give
be
you
here all morning.
17p, I don't
Off you
mind.
go, off you go. So as far as these 3 buttons are concerned, how easy are they to use, Kate?
Absolutely simple. So I turn the machine on, and this machine takes between 1 and 2 minutes to heat up. So it's very fast. So by the time you've actually got your cup out of the cupboard and your milk out and your coffee, it's already hot, it's ready to go. It uses a stainless steel boiler inside. So that's where it's heating the water, and then a 15-bar pump is drawing from the tank and pushing it through, so extracting the coffee to get all those beautiful flavours out.
Okay, that 15-bar pump's quite powerful, I think, isn't it? So
It
literally
is.
you just press the one button to heat, and then have you got one more to press to make the coffee then?
Exactly.
That's
You
it?
press the centre button to make your coffee, and this one we've used. Well, allowed it up to you to how much coffee you want. So you turn the coffee off when you've had enough, when your cup's full.
Right.
So here, I mean, this is quite a large espresso. If you were in Italy, they'd have a.
I might just have to test what that's
have a
like.
try. Have a smell first.
Oh,
flavours.
smell. There's something about the smell of coffee.
It's amazing.
That just is so incredible, particularly first thing in the morning when you're trying to kind of waken up and be alive and get on with the day. Oh, just... And they say, actually, if you're selling your house, the smell of fresh ground coffee
They
or fresh
do
brewing
get
coffee.
it flowing through, and the smell that comes from these machines is absolutely fabulous.
Oh.
I'm already in the studio. I can smell that gorgeous smell of coffee.
You can, it's permeating
fantastic.
everywhere. And that's still quite warm because we've got this little warming plate on
We
top as
have
well,
got
don't
the
we?
cup
Which is what the
warmer.
professionals have, isn't it?
It is, and you really need to complete the experience. I think it's a shame if you served a fantastic dinner, you wouldn't want to put it on a cold plate, and the same goes here. You've got your cup warmer, so we can use it, so you can leave your cups on, and actually I think it kind of looks quite nice to have the cups up on there.
Piled up on it, just like they have in a proper coffee shop.
Exactly.
But what is great about that is if you are rushing around in the morning, maybe you don't have all of that full of cups, but you've just made yourself one, you can sit it on there. Now it's not hot, but it's warm.
And it's going to get hotter.
And it's going to keep that coffee warm for you,
warmer.
so when you come back, you're not drinking a cold coffee before you leave in the morning. There's nothing worse. Although I don't mind cold coffee, I have to say. It doesn't do me any... doesn't bother me at all. But yes, so that's going to keep it lovely and warm for you too. So we've made an espresso, and you made us kind of a coffee earlier. Shall we make another one?
Absolutely, sounds like a plan. Shall I
like a milky, a latte?
Shall I do a milky one?
There you go.
#1 drink in the UK is actually a latte.
Really?
It is.
We got quite milky taste here because I know that milk chocolate is. I've been a chocolatier, sorry. I know that's a favourite of the UK as well. So I think we just like that kind of milky, kind of comforting taste.
And I think it's because we come from tea. As a nation, we originally were tea drinkers,
yes.
And I think it's almost like our step towards it. And you see more and more people now choosing the Americano, so the long black coffee, or the espresso. But you can't beat a milky drink. Absolutely.
So how do we
delicious.
make the milky drink then?
So I've pressed the bottom button, and all this is doing is actually heating the boiler up a little bit more to produce steam.
Okay.
Because you want the steam to be hotter than the coffee. Coffee should never be burning your lips.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're not going to get those flavours. You're not going to feel it on your tongue. Too busy burning you.
So is this going to be...
It is.
So to speak,
we're going to be like in the coffee shop now. So I've just got it. So a nozzle that moves out. I've got my jug here. You don't have to use a metal jug. You could use a glass jug, but I like the metal because you can feel how hot it is.
Okay.
How hot your milk is, and literally put the nozzle in and just open it up.
So this knob on top just
releasing the steam.
Okay, so you can adjust that, can you? So you've got more steam, less steam?
Absolutely, totally adjustable. And I can keep my hand on here. You'll see sometimes in the coffee shops they use the thermometer that's dropped in.
Yeah.
You really don't need that.
Okay.
Your hand is as good a judge as any, just to feel that actually that's hot enough now and I'm ready to have a drink of coffee.
And you can see it's getting quite frothy in the jug as well.
Yeah, you'd only ever need to really fill it up about a third full of milk. It's amazing how much it froths up.
So you only filled out a third full of milk, but already it's more than 2/3 full because it's all frothed up as well.
It froths up. And you want cold milk, but you can use any milk at all. So skimmed, semi-skimmed, full fat, soya.
Can I also say that I used soy milk at the weekend when I was making a milky coffee because I tend to drink a lot of soy as well in my diet. So I used that, wasn't a problem at all. You know, it foamed up, frothed up. So if you are perhaps somebody who likes kind of milky coffees, but milk doesn't necessarily agree with you, you can use soy, you can steam it up. It's not going to make any difference at all. The quality of the flavour and it's going to be really good.
Absolutely.
So we've steamed that up, we've frothed
steamed
it up.
my milk. You can see that's really nice and frothy now. And I'm just going to pour it in the glass. And I've got some nice texture there. Lovely.
Look at that.
And then I'm going to add my espresso after. And the reason I'm doing that...
I was going to ask, I would have assumed you would have put the espresso in first.
I want everybody to see that gorgeous effect as that espresso goes in. Are we ready?
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, look at that.
Lovely.
And what's so great about this is you can make it at home. And if you have people over, you've got friends over, perhaps maybe you have a regular coffee morning and you rotate. Just as Claire was saying, she meets the girlfriends in a department store or a coffee shop. You don't need to do that. You can have them all around to your house and you can take the orders. You can say, who wants a latte? Who wants a macchiato? Who wants a cappuccino? Who wants a... whatever, you can do it all for them, and so easily, because we're just standing here having a chat, no effort required, no thinking involved at all, you're just kind of doing it quite easily, quite readily, with no problem at all. 833118 is the item number on that one. It's the DeLonghi Icona traditional pump coffee machine. It's £138.50, but we've got those two easy pays of £69.25, which is going to make it really easy for you to get it home and try it. 833118. And we have those three colours in there as well, the black, the blue, and the red, depending on kind of what your colour scheme is at home or what your personal preference is. We're looking at the red one right now, which I think is a really gorgeous, warm colour in the kitchen.
It's
Kate, don't you think?
gorgeous. The thing I love about the red and the blue particularly is that they would totally lift a kitchen. So perhaps you're in a position where you're a bit tired of the kitchen, want to give it an overhaul, but perhaps don't want to go to the trouble of replacing all of the units. This machine would be fantastic at just accessorising, really lifting it with colour. It's beautiful, really beautiful.
It's like your wardrobe or your fashion wardrobe or your bedroom or whatever. If you don't want to do an overhaul of a room, just accessorise the room. And I think the red is a really warm, kind of inviting colour, and as Claire was saying earlier, kind of draws your eye into the room.
It really does. And what we do at DeLonghi is the paint finish has been done in a way that you can see it's got a really deep gloss on it, and all of the machines have that. And it reminds me of a brand new car. Really beautiful.
Yes,
with
it's got
chrome
that finish on it,
on the
absolutely.
top. Absolutely stunning and would look great in absolutely any kitchen.
It looks very sleek. And now I just want to address with you the size and dimensions of the footprint, as it were, of this machine. It's 23 centimetres wide, 26 centimetres deep, in height, and 30 centimetres in depth. I have mine sitting on my kitchen counter, and it doesn't come out any further than, say, my cupboards that are overhead. So it sits very neatly on my shelf right next to my toaster. Doesn't take up a lot of room at all. I've got enough room to sit some cups on top as well. So it isn't taking up much room. It's beautifully designed. If you're into your design and you like the sleekness of it, then this is going to look so beautiful, and it's really going to make a statement. I know DeLonghi, for example, I think it was Giacomo Boran, who's one of the designers there, was, you know, recognised as one of the top 50 designers in the world, and he designs a lot of these machines for them. So you are looking at design there as well. So you are buying into that too. So you have that sleek kind of look in the kitchen, don't you? A piece of art, a piece of sculptural technology in the kitchen, isn't it?
It's very 1950s retro, I think,
lovely.
as well, which is so now. It really is.
So we made a steamed coffee before.
We did.
Can we make, what can we make now?
Which, do you want to, we'll do another espresso.
Okay.
And then we make it more of a latte rather than a cappuccino.
Fine. Claire, I guess Claire would like one then.
Do you know, I can actually do two at the same time.
You can do two at the same time. Do two at the same time.
So in the pack, you'll get the single filter holder, which is for one espresso. And it says espresso at the heart of every drink.
And I want to say, I can see the pods there as well. You can use the coffee grinds, or you can use the pods that you can buy as well, which makes it very clean and simple if you prefer that as well, right?
Absolutely, so easy to use. You would only be able to do one of those at a time. Oh, you're back.
I loved the... I was, yes, please. And then I heard that I can do two at the same time. I thought, it's such a great machine. This machine is like a woman.
Multitask.
Sorry, I'm being very sexist.
Well, if you're a man like me and you're not great at multitasking, this is going to really help you out.
Are you messy as well? Because then the pods might be pretty good for you.
No, I'm not messy. I don't like mess.
Oh, OK.
Yeah. Ha! See?
I know I am. So, yeah.
It's a good question, though, because the pods are going to keep it really tidy, aren't they?
They are. I mean, some people like them because they are fuss-free. Obviously, you're a little bit more limited on choice because there's so many ground coffee choices on the supermarket, but a few less, perhaps, when it comes to the pods. But it's totally down to taste. And it's not even about the most expensive coffee. It could be wine. So there could be a wine that I love, and that if I gave it to you or you might dislike it. It's really about your own palate.
But the thing is, if you have loads of people around, or if you're having one of your coffee mornings, or you're having people around for dinner, if you can make two at a time, it's going to make it much quicker if you've got half a dozen of the girls there or whatever.
Is it quicker when you make it with the pods, Kate?
It's slightly quicker, just because you don't have to do the tamping, so all of that's already done for you. So you imagine with the coffee, I'm having to actually compress it. This has already been totally pre-compressed for you.
Wow.
So it's a bit like a tea bag.
But it doesn't take that much time anyway.
Do you know what? I think they're clever. I think they're great. But for me, I think the whole thing of the scooping in of the coffee and that whole
good fun,
it's such a social thing now. It's lovely. Like you said about the smell of coffee in the morning. And for me, when we were on holiday, it's just you take a moment. Why do we wait till we're on holiday sometimes to have that lovely coffee in the morning or that odd time?
Because that's really the only time I do it, the odd time. Yeah.
We should be doing that. We should make every day like the holiday day.
Well, ever since I got my hands on mine, all weekend, I've been calling people like, do you want to come around for coffee? I'll put the coffee on.
Where do you live? I'll be round next time. I'll bring my crew. We can all join you for the next coffee morning.
Fine. I'll be honorary coffee morning person then.
See,
it's making the two there, it's great.
Very light maintenance. I would say in terms of the water tank, you're just going to refill it when it needs refilling, maybe once a month. Just give it a rinse out. In terms of the actual machine itself, just give it a wipe with nothing abrasive, and it's just a case of really polishing your chrome, keeping it all beautiful in the kitchen, looking really nice.
And the thing as well with the drip tray, you've got a drip tray underneath the cups. You can take the top off that and rinse it out, but the whole thing comes out. If you've got a large cup that you want to fit in there, you can take the whole thing out and pop the large cup
or something like that.
So if you've got maybe your commuter mug, you know, your heat, the one that keeps it warm.
I can make it directly into there.
If you can take the drip tray out and pop that under and put it directly in as well, if it fits. But I just think
or my new yummy mummy mug I got yesterday.
There you go, that's the way to do it. So that's going to make it really easy for you as well. So
Absolutely.
It's really versatile.
I do think that, I know I said at the beginning, I'm sorry to harp on about it, but I do think the easy payment's fantastic. And I also happen to know that although we don't have our kitchen yet, as you know, we have got a coffee machine ready to put into the bank of units when we can get the bank of units. And I do know my husband paid an awful lot more than £138.50 for a coffee machine.
You can pay an awful lot of money for a coffee machine.
Yeah.
And really, we are #1 because we've got a coffee machine for everybody. And this is perfect for the house. It's really a sort of compact version of what you get in the coffee shop.
It really is. And
fantastic.
you've got the steamer on there as well. And that's not a gimmicky steamer either. I've used it for steaming
Very
up mine.
powerful.
Yeah, it's very powerful. You can hear it. It sounds like you're in a coffee shop.
It does.
And it really frosts up the milk really quickly.
Gone are the days of having to go in the other room and to make noises and things. It does. Look at that proper coming out.
Comes up really
There we
quickly.
go. So that was a
Fantastic.
third full again, and it's almost doubled in size already. It literally takes moments to froth that milk.
Are you permanently switched on? Do you permanently leave it switched on and it's just the buttons at the front that you're pressing to make your coffees each time?
That's right, to switch between. And then when I finish using it, I literally just switch it off, because it only takes 1 or 2 minutes to heat up again. So it's so easy to fire it
economical
up
as well,
if you like.
thinking of-
Absolutely.
Fab. Ooh.
And you just turn the steam down as well, which is great. You can have adjust
Adjust that.
the amount of steam you're getting.
You and
there
I are
as
going
well.
to be flying by the end of the morning. We're going to be, woo! We're trying to pace ourselves. And
Trying,
just
but failing
the
miserably.
coffee.
Because it's so easy to make, and you can see Kate is just churning out
And
the
it's
coffees
delicious.
really easily.
It is delicious.
Oh, that's really
Look at
nice.
that.
And it is,
That's
this is
milk.
kind of a real lifestyle choice. And I think with a lot of us, if you're a coffee lover, I think what happens a lot of times is when you're at home and you're running a household and stuff, you're thinking about everybody else, but I think this is a real treat for you to have. And we've got those 2 great easy pays on it as well, which is going to make it so easy for you to get your hands on. 2 easy pays of £69 and 25 pence. And as always, you got that 30-day money-back guarantee. So here's what you're getting. You're getting that 15-bar pump pressure, which is really going to help you with that steaming and everything. A traditional milk frother. You got 2-in-1 filter holders, so you can put the coffee grounds in there, or you can put the pods in there if you prefer kind of a cleaner kind of look. But I like putting the grounds in myself. You've got that removable 1-litre water tank as well, which just fits on the back nicely. You fill it up and then use it until it's emptied and then refill it. You've got that removable drip tray we talked about as well, which is going to help if you've got larger cups and things that you want to put in there. You've got that adjustable steam emission that we talked about too, so you can have high steam or low steam. The great cup warmer on the top, so maybe you want to keep your cups warm while you're waiting to make a coffee, or you've made a coffee and need to run off in the morning, you're seeing to the kids, or you're doing whatever, jumping in the shower. It's going to keep that coffee warm as well. That very easy 3-button operation, which just makes it so simple, and that measuring spoon as well for measuring out those coffee grounds. 833118 is the item number. We've got the 2 easy pays of £69 and 25 pence. You're going to love that in your kitchen. I love mine. Stay with us. We're coming back right after this.